Hello and welcome to Talkin' Baseball, the bottom of the AL. Couple top dogs, the National League Central stacked. Shohei Ohtani still great. We're in person. It's F for F. Gonna be a lot of F today. Amber
Sal Stewart in those eyebrows?
in Miami
Yeah.
scouting. Amber, what's that look like? Hello and welcome to Talkin' Baseball, presented by Fanatics Markets, where fans trade on sports. Fanatics Markets, available now on the app stores. I am Jake Storielli. That is Trevor Plouffe. We are coming live while not being live at all. Wearing a pair of green hoodies. Just saw us both on the screen for the first time. Rob Scirocco's here. Dalt's here. Andrew, shout out. We're talking ball today in person. You guys know these episodes, it gets physical quick, and it's about to. We're seeing it get hot out there. We had a lot of fights this week, a lot of manager ejections. Things are hot, Coach.
You and Schneider can get physical. Leave me out of it, okay? Is this green, though? Because I have this as tan this whole time.
That's green. Actually, I can't comment on that. I
have yours as like a brown as well.
I wouldn't say I'm colorblind. Well, either we're both colorblind or one of us is colorblind. My high school's turf was very red, and I thought it was orange. Like, I remember when it got laid down, I was like, we got orange turf.
What a flex private high school with turf. Okay.
It actually saved the city money having to not maintain the grass.
I went to a private high school.
I didn't. Shout out Connecticut. Pomperod, go Panthers. How are you? How are you, Coach? Welcome out east, baby.
I'm excited to be here. You know, I get the energy of the city coursing through my veins. You and me get into some funny things when we're out here. And speaking of funny things, a lot of funny things kind of happen around the league. You're right. There's been some feistiness going on in the early baseball season. A couple upstart teams, couple teams stinking it up, Coach.
How many teams are like stoked?
A lot of teams are stoked. Like
really?
A lot of teams are stoked. Yeah. My twins are one of them.
Your twins are one of them.
Twins today on this episode.
Okay, you know what? I guess it was in the National League, which it is Friday. In the American League, Yankees are 8-4, but never really happy. Cleveland's 8-5.
Yeah, but they think they're going to lose every game.
Yes, everyone else thinks they're going to lose every game.
That's true.
But when you're getting some tipped pitches, Texas may be happy 7-5. I don't know. I don't want to give away all the standings. Trev has it.
I do.
Ready to go. I think we get into it. We'll do some National League Baseball. And because it's a warehouse weekend, we're starting with Kelsey, Wingerts, Rockies, because are they the hottest team in baseball? They sweep the Houston Astros. C'est quoi? Early season baseball or signs of things to come? The Astros offense had been there. Their pitching hasn't been there all year, and they got jumped on by the Rocks. I mean, who do you want? Do you want Eddie Julien? Do you want TJ Rumfield? Doesn't really work like that. How about Kyle Freeland pitching his way through it? The Rocks have been playing a fun brand of baseball. Hunter Goodman, although I think he got banged up last night, he homered in that final game. We're having fun. Troy Johnson was done with baseball, and now he's back having a 3-hit day in that first game. The Rocks are playing a fun brand of baseball to get back to 500. Asterisk, last night hasn't happened yet for us. Houston, just bad news. No Hunter Brown. The pitching's getting killed. Woof. The San Francisco Giants win a series against the fighting Phils. The Phils win that first game. Painter, choppy outing from him, but Bryce Harper kind of saves the day. But kind of one of his only big games of the season so far, because the Giants come back and the Phillies get shut out the next two games. Robbie Ray, he looked really good. So did Poppin' Molly. Maley? Never get it right. Mally. Never get it right. Yeah. Devers, though, he got it right. 3-run ding-dong to center field. Are the Giants having fun? I think kind of. They win a series against the Phils. Not on my laptop. Said I wasn't going to complain about it, though. No. Brewers, Red Sox. Things got hot, Coach. Do you remember? I can't believe that was this week.
Yeah.
What? There's too much baseball. You guys already know by this point. We talked about it in the midweek. Wilson Contreras ready to take someone out. And was it the Red Sox rally cry Coach Trev, because they take 2 out of 3 from the Brewers after losing the first game, and they'd lost 8 out of 9. They survived Mizorowski Day. It was also Crochet Day. And then Sonny Gray comes out and has another impressive start against the Brewers. Drowan gets the start for the Brewers. He was one of the guys who was traded. This was an ancestral series.
Ooh.
I don't know if I like that, and I don't know if you like me saying that word, but the Red Sox get it back on track. I knew you won it. We went to this game last night. We could have. We didn't. The New York Mets and the Arizona Diamondbacks played 3 games, and hey, the Metropolitans, they won that first game. 4-3 in extras. Gallen and Peralta fire me up, but the D-backs take the next 2. And it took some late heroics because Nolan McClain cleaned up against them. But once they got to that bullpen, tough day for Luke Weaver. And the Snakes, the rally back. They put up 7 late to take 2 out of 3, starting their East Coast swing. Cubs and Rays played 3. And sorry, Rays fans, you know I've been begging for this. I want my Rays back. My Rays are supposed to play good defense. They did not again this series. The one thing they did have back, they were back in the Trop, and they were back with Shane McClanahan on the bump. Both of them. It took a long time to get back on the field, and they won that first game. Yes! They dropped the next 2. Cubs put up a 9-burger. Javier Assad and Colin Ray filling in the rotation and doing their job. While the Cubs, Bregman trying to break out of his slump. He's hitting the ball hard, so it will come. And Nico Horner, just good. We all are like, yeah, Nico Horner's good. He should have been on those lists. And then nobody put him on his list. And he's just like, I'm one of the best players in baseball. Some fun ball was played. Cincinnati and Miami. 4-gamer. The Reds came out. 8-3. They win the first 2 games. They outlast Sandy. Sandy not too happy about it. Hey, Skip, talk to me. Let me know, because I'll let you know. The Reds take those first 2 games. They shut out the Marlins in the first one, but the Marlins answer back. They win the final 2 games of the series. Rhett Lauder gets touch up for the first time as a major leaguer, and part of that is Big Red. Owen Casey, that's all he does. Sal Stewart, RBI in every game, being back in Miami, and that's obvious. That's what Miami boys do. You know that, Coach Trev. San Diego! They played the Pirates. Okay. No, it's not okay. There was some good baseball being played. Padres shut them out in the first game. They win the bread games in this. A couple Ks on the final day. Mike King, Mitch Keller. That was an initials joke. I'm sorry to everyone.
Got me.
Paul Skeens carried a no-hitter into game 2. That was the game they won. O'Neal Cruz broke it open with the double. Padres take 2 out of 3 there. And I believe our final series in the National League, it's going to be your Cardinals versus your Nationals. Hey, there was some good baseball out here. James Wood is back. Did you know? Did he ever leave? I don't think so. I don't know. There was fun baseball here. This isn't the sexiest series. We did make jokes about it beforehand.
I got some stuff on it.
Cardinals take 2 out of 3. They took the final 2 games. That Nationals rally in the first game was actually sick. It was James Wood, C.J. Abrams. Everyone was homering. But the Cardinals take the final 2 games, and Jordan Walker is here. We're excited about it. Weather health's still there. Thomas Sajasi, huh? That's what happened in the National League.
You can't hear the music, and I can.
Yeah.
You got to put those headphones
I can
on.
hear it. It's
A
right
little
here.
bit. Okay.
Come on, old dog.
It was also Brady House and me.
It was
and
also
C.J.
Brady
Abrams.
House. I need you to get on
James
the Brady
Wood.
House train. Young third baseman, that should be like your thing.
Is he thick? I think he might be. I got the standings for you if you want them.
Eat it.
All right, in the National League, right? Yeah. That's what you just read? I wasn't paying attention at all to what you were saying.
Sucks.
In the NL East, you know what? I love this for Atlanta. On top of the division. 8-5 to go along with the Marlins, who are also 8-5. The Mets, Jolly Olive's team at 7-6. The Phillies, me and you, that's our team, 6-6, and the Nationals 4-8. In the Central, it's always going to be Milwaukee. People, we tell you every year, they're 8-4, a half game above the Cincinnati Reds, which I'm very excited for. They're 8-5. Pittsburgh 7-5. St. Louis 7-5, and of course the Cubs, just like everyone thought, last place at 6-6. Out west, the Dodgers, best record in baseball. Maybe they will win 150 games this year. I don't know. 9-3. Yeah, it seems high. 9-3. while the rest of the division kind of just teetering around 500. The Snakes 7-6, the Padres 7-6, although that game didn't happen yet technically. The Rockies 6-7, and then the Giants, man, 5-8. Those are the standings, Jake, in the National League.
Very impressive.
Thanks,
Coach Trev. There's not going to be a lot of episodes. We can start with the Rockies sweep.
The Rockies go.
We got a lot of shirtless dudes in right field. Like that a lot. And that lineup is, graveyard's a word that I shouldn't use, of former top prospects that are getting their second look, their third look.
A graveyard of top prospects.
It's supposed to be a compliment, and it came out very harsh.
Yeah.
Super didn't. But they're hitting, and Houston's also allowing a lot of hitting, but that's not the Rockies' business. On opening weekend in Colorado, the vibes are high. We're getting Warren Schaefer a ton of compliments because we remembered that was the manager of the Rockies.
I do because my dad's name is Warren.
So that's
a
little bit of a cheat code for you. First sweep since June 2nd of 2025. There's the shirtless dudes. if you tune into this channel for some of that action.
You're not going to like what I got to say about the Rockies.
Say it then.
Okay, so first of all, snaps to the Rockies. Love it. They're playing past the baton offensively, which is like basically what every offense is trying to do. Just like when it's happening, you're like, hey, we're just doing it.
Yeah.
We're doing this. Like, okay, like, yeah, you're always trying to get the next guy up with runners on. But they're bunting. They're bunting for base hits. They're moving runners. They're kind of doing it all. Even my guy, Eddie Julian, as you mentioned, got in on the act there. But yeah, they got some fun young hitters. I'm always going to talk about TJ Rumfield. My guy Mickey Moniak is back doing it. There's some fun offensive pieces here. I was talking to Kelsey Winger about the Rockies.
Inside.
Okay. And she said to me, like, they're just now starting to track, like, what works for pitchers in Colorado.
Yeah, man.
And I said, they're just started this? Like, isn't that, like, shouldn't we have been focusing on
like
this?
that. Yeah.
And she's like, well, we didn't really have those types of people in the organization until this year.
Seems important.
So now, their new pitching coach, like a driveline guy or director of pitching, whatever the hell they're calling these guys these days. But so now, Jake, I think they've listened to us talk enough about, like, hey, like, we should get some people in there just to figure out what works here, and they're doing that. And maybe this year will springboard them into I'm fantasizing about the Rockies.
Yeah, you are.
A little bit here. About how we can just have this, like, you said, cast-offs, or I don't know what word you.
I said graveyard.
Graveyard
which I
of
really
prospects.
didn't plan.
How about just like the weird guys? Like you do your one trick may not work everywhere else, but it works in Colorado. Like I that's my thought process. Hey, let's get guys. We'll get a collection of people in our lineup that are fast, because that plays everywhere. You're fast. We'll put the ball in play because there's a lot of hits out there, not just homers. And then we'll have some big dudes in the middle that hit the ball in the air a lot. Okay, that seems good offensively. And then when you're talking about the pitching, like, let's get guys that throw hard. Let's get guys that have splitters. Like, all these things matter. They're starting to do it now.
Yeah.
I'm excited for the Rockies.
Zach Agnos mentioned.
Yeah. What happened to Hunter Goodman?
What happened to Hunter Goodman? I thought he got banged up last night. I might have dreamed that. And if I did, I'm sorry, Rockies.
He did get banged up last
Thumbs
night.
up from
I
Dalton.
didn't see it last night. I don't like
it.
It
hasn't happened yet. Hasn't happened yet. Dude, they also Houston's pitching horribly.
That's
Hunter Brown went down. Christian Javier went down. That when you were looking at Houston's rotation to start the season, you're like, okay, I need Hunter Brown to be the one. He's out. I need Javier to probably be a guy. I don't know what they were banking on, but for him to go one inning, goes out for one warm-up pitch and out. Hey, I like what you're saying, and I hope the Rockies can just not be – people were laughing at them. They became a joke of a franchise.
Well, dude, they lost 119 games last year.
That's a lot. They need to get back to being respectable, which maybe having the right people. And some of these players, like, dude, Eddie Julian, I know it used to be kind of a joke because he was a twin, but, like – when Eddie Julian first came up, I was like, okay, this dude.
Well, he had a great rookie year.
This dude's going to be an on-base second baseman for a while, and then he had the bad stuff in baseball happen. That I guess, again, I'm looking for another word, opportunity for a lot of these guys that, hey, if they have opportunity and their coaching staff is giving them a chance, like I hope the Rockies are a better product. I think they've run into Houston at the right time. But hey, the vibes, it feels like the vibes are changing, which they had to at some point. My God, it was so bad. Happy for Kels. Happy for us.
Go Rockies, go. I guess they're having some attendance issues there. Not as rosy as it usually is.
And that was the whole thing. It was like, if you really want to change things, stop showing up to games. Here we are.
Don't let people tell you what to do. If you want to go to a game, go to a game. If you don't want to go to a game, don't go to a game.
Speaking of testosterone, the Phillies and the Giants.
That's big time.
That's big time.
That's F for F.
I mean, Vitello and Harper, I don't know. I wouldn't want to watch them talk.
How tall is Tony Vitello?
Rob?
Need it.
Dalt? It's a great question.
Yeah,
changes a lot. Changes a lot. The different
5'11".
Oh, no wonder.
Interesting.
No, now it all makes sense.
Interesting.
Do you think he's been telling people he's 6 foot his whole life?
Oh, this is the first reveal.
1,000%.
I don't know. I think he's a straight shooter.
No,
I think he's been too straight of a shooter, and it's gotten him in trouble
Maybe
so
you're
far.
Right. Maybe
that I could see him being a proud 5'11". Shout out to all my 5'11" kings. Trev, what's going on? Any Phillies concerns? Hey, Giants, I don't know. We just had to stop being they had to stop being a joker leading these episodes for all the wrong reasons. I mean, I guess since they got swept by the Yankees, they're 5-5. I think I don't know. They're back to playing baseball. Tony Vitello, know what he needed? He needed Rafael Devers to hit homers. Again, that helps make him a better manager. He's needed the whole team to do that, or to shut out the Phillies in the final 2 games. So what are you seeing, Coach?
Phillies offense just really hasn't been there. If you're looking just kind of up and down the lineup, and they have, I mean, that should be one of their strong suits, and it just really has. I mean, Schwarber's kind of done Schwarber things here. I mean, he's hitting 195, but his on-base percentage is 390.
Yeah.
And then, we haven't had a consistent track record of ABs right now. Guys that, you were looking to step up just really haven't. I mean, Trey Turner has been basically just a single slap hitter type of guy. Bryce Harper's had had a nice game in game 1 here, but he has not been elite. So I think that there's been a lot of that. Because other than that, I mean, up and down, like kind of the rotation, it hasn't been good as well. Christopher Sanchez has been great. Everyone else has had some shaky starts. So they just really haven't been playing good baseball overall. And then again, the last 2 games in this series, you either tip your cap to the Giants pitching or you say, well, the Phillies haven't been hitting because they got shut out.
Giants haven't won a series in San Francisco since 2013. How about that? Phillies, excuse me.
Yeah.
The Phillies haven't won a series in San Francisco since 2013. There's a little Dalt snack for everyone. For me, Giants fans, and this is a good reminder to every fan base, you guys know your team better than us. We do not watch every game. I see Susak, the catcher, get called up, and I see him go 6 for 7. Stayed away from the joke.
Happy.
I see a lot of Patrick Bailey box scores that don't look anything like that. I know he is probably the most talented catcher in baseball. Giants fans, let me know how you're feeling, because I looked around the room this morning. We don't have one here. That curious to just see, like, does an eyebrow raise up? Or I don't know where that town is with Patrick Bailey, because they love him, and I get why. A catcher that can play that level of defense can be so endearing, but he's been such a tough hole in the lineup for a long time that I'm curious to how Giants fans feel about that.
Phillies, Giants, both like starting the season off pretty poorly for their standards, I would say. And I don't know, like, we keep every single year with the Giants, we keep hoping that something is going to click with them, and we kind of like the roster, and then they just don't win ball games.
Is it too cold? Did the season get started too early?
I don't know what that means. I mean,
okay.
I know we've talked about this before, but I mean, we're talking in 2022, 81-81. then 79-83, then 80-82, then 81-81, and now they're 5-8. Like, I don't know, man. They're maybe the most underperforming team in the big leagues over the last 4 years.
We talk about
compared to the standards.
We want the standard to be higher. It's a slow start. It was the worst possible start.
I just read the last 4 years. What do you mean?
Well, for part of those 4 years, part of the Giants' conversation was they couldn't get the talent.
They've been adding talent. Just maybe they missed on some of the biggest talent.
Judge,
they've been adding talent. They said no to Correa.
They did say no to
Correa. Yeah.
You're still missing out.
Yeah, I guess. They went and got Devers. I mean, they've been adding talent. Look around the field, man.
No, it's crazy. This is a little sports talk. Welcome to Sports Talk, Trev and Jake. Dude, when team trainers like shoot down deals, I heard a podcast I was listening to talk about because they were talking about football because they were basically like, because it was the Max Crosby trade got shut down, and they were like, basically any team if they want, for most football players, you can turn down the trade because their bodies are so beat up that they clearly just were having second thoughts about the trade, so they did it on it. But it's a very fascinating exercise of like how powerful that person is also in your organization. Like if they're very trusted, you can almost veto any trade. If they're not, nobody gives a damn. Which is, I don't know, it's just funny going back to the Correa and his ankles that people were like, some teams were like, yeah, let's give him $200 million. Other teams were like, you can't play baseball for us.
Yeah, that's weird. I mean, his ankles seem fine to me. I don't know.
See, I don't know.
Like, don't they have like ankle braces? Just put a brace on it. Nailed it.
Nailed it. Okay. Who needs a team doctor? Trev's ready. Trev, Red Sox, Brewers. We did talk about a lot of this in the midweek because things got hot with the whole Wilson Contreras deal, so we don't need to do that. I think it was more important for Boston. They were in the bad place. They've been in the worst place. Worst record in the league. Yep. Had lost 8 out of 9 after that first game. They survive Mizorowski Day, and then they end up winning a series. Trevor Story contributing a couple wild innings in this one. Brewers get shut out for the first time this season in the final game. Sonny Gray, that means a lot. He was a big ad for them.
Yeah, I mean, look, again, you if you're Boston, you hope that the whole William Contreras thing is a kind of a springboard into a better start to the season. You know, Jacob Mizorowski, Garrett Crochet, that's a lot of fun coming after that. Like, having that happen in game one, then you get that pitching matchup, and you're like, oh, shit, is Garrett Crochet going to hit somebody? Mizorowski also throws 100 miles an hour. I was very curious. They both did hit people in the game, but it wasn't, like, intentional. Right. Mizorowski, some control issues, which is, like, his thing. Like, if he can hone it in, like, he can be one of the best pitchers in the game. Like, he has that type of stuff. And then I wanted to say about Sonny Gray, like, classic outing for him.
Yeah.
If you told me Sonny Gray was like on the 2007 Red Sox, I'm like, yeah, he was.
I like that.
Like he just,
I see what you're saying.
He fits like the dirty water.
It was Sonny Gray. It was Derek Lowe.
Yes, like he is that. He's that guy. So like I like him coming over to Boston. Like he fits that mold. Like him and John Lester, they could be the same person. In my mind, like
John Lester, content guy now.
Yeah.
Do we have to be worried about him and Rizzo and Rossi?
All these guys that act Southern. I'm not going to say act Southern, that are Southern. Secretly.
Yeah, I'm not saying that about Lester. I think Lester's
I'll
the
say
real
it.
deal.
Listen. Yeah, you're a Southern. Okay, all Lester's these Southern boys.
Yeah, okay. Let's start over.
All these Southern boys.
We the North.
No. All these Southern boys. They all secretly love Hollywood.
Oh,
and they like the camera.
They don't mind the camera.
Yeah, it's all
okay.
It's all,
I like that.
Man, I just want to be on my farm.
Yeah.
Like no, dude.
Yeah.
That's my experience with all you guys. It's like the opposite. Like you want that, but you want someone filming you while you're out there too. So
yeah, isn't our guy Lance Lynn trying to get into some content?
I just want to
stuff?
be fishing out in the river with a bunch of cameras pointed at me, so everyone sees what I'm saying.
Okay. So, little Civil War action.
What?
Brewers, you know what Red Sox fans and Sonny Gray will both like? 6 innings plus, 2 earned runs or less in each of his first 2 Fenway Park starts. Sox fans will like that a lot.
Well, you're Abreu, who's I was first on, leads the league in F4. How about that?
Yeah.
Take that, people who are doubting me.
It's Venezuela's year. I don't know who doubted you on that. Brewers 4 for 30 with runners in scoring position.
Don't
0 for
love that.
12. 0 for 12 after game 1. That feels like
Yeah.
that's pretty impactful. Yeah. Mets Snakes. As we said, we were at this game. We weren't. We're in Jersey City. We're in a warehouse. We're in a warehouse in Jersey City.
Yeah, we
people.
are.
That's what we do. Mets took that first game. Ronnie Mauricio. A lot of legs and arms on Ronnie. He gets the walk-off RBI single to win that first game. After that, it's Snakes. Jorge Barrosa on the all-story LA team. He's all over this series. And then, we have kind of a pitching duel. The World Baseball Classic follow-up.
Yeah.
McLean versus Erod, Venezuela. McLean, nasty. Outduels him. Nothing going on. But when they get him out of the game, that's literally when everything erupts. 4 runs in the 7th, 3 more in the 8th to make it a blowout. The Snakes start off a big roadie for them with a nice series win.
We got our Snakes guy here. Dalt, what do you got on the Snakes route? Tori Lavello saying, if you know, we go ABS system.
I like that.
I'm curious. So this has been a big talking point for everybody. It's like how we're gonna use these challenges. It was a big thing in game 1 here. What's your Snakes talk, Dalt?
Well, for ABS specifically, if you know, we go is for their first challenge for the most part. So like Tori's like be aggressive, but then once they lose their first one, they do want to pocket it towards the end of the game and have one for that late game situation. They really trust Gabby and McCann behind the dish, kind of challenging it, having a good feel for the zone. It's been interesting. They've been, at least in the early portion of the season, pretty decent, especially helping their pitchers out getting these calls. But the Snakes, man, what a huge series win, 7-3 after starting the season 0-3. The vibes are better.
Sheesh.
Corbin Carroll, yeah. I mean, his game 2, 3 extra base hits, 2 doubles and a triple. Are the Snakes alive? Besides the Paul Sewald 0-2 to Ronnie Mauricio middle in the bottom of the 10th of game 1. Huge series win at a Citi Field where they usually struggle.
We've seen that a lot. With the ABS, guys getting aggressive early on in games. We're not seeing pitchers do it at all, essentially, which I think is going to be the wave of the future. Like, no pitcher should be challenging ABS. Like, you're just not. Like, you're not looking where you need to look. Plus, it's like, you're all divas, so you think everything should be going your way.
Okay.
So it's like catchers and hitters. That's it. Like, we're going to get to that point where, like, no pitcher's doing it. Helsley, I feel like I've seen challenge the most. Like, that guy's tapping his hat on every – he tapped his hat earlier in this season when they didn't have any challenges left.
Yeah.
But I think we'll get there.
What was Tori's line? If
you know, you go.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah, but then you get to the point. The Twins did this last series where they tapped it twice in the first 2 innings and had nothing left.
Well, that's exactly. And that's where I think, again, we talked about pitchers. It has to be, you have to know. And pitchers should lose the privilege probably first. But, like, I've seen Max Fried, who lands in a very composed position, challenge pitches. There's a base layer of this. It's like, guys, if it's wrong, go get it. Like, dude, Judge still has some nervous moments.
Yeah, you can see guys.
And it's like, dude, what? You're the guy. I need you to be the guy.
I think they're thinking about it as far as like what kind of situation it is.
Yes, because some teams are talking about that too much when it should start there. And you need players to know the difference if you know or not, because there's some that you do, there's some that you don't, and that then becomes situational. But yeah, like, get the call right, because I don't like that there's. I also don't love that if I'm the 8-hole second baseman who's getting my 3-week chance to be a big leaguer, I don't get to challenge. Like, if you get a call wrong, if it's a 1-0 count and instead it could be 2-0 and I get to take my A swing and make the team if I hit a homer, or instead of it's 1-1 and now the guy gets to bang a slider and I'm out, I don't know. I like that, Tori.
If you know, you go. Yeah, it's like Ron Gardner telling me to take a strike when we're down 4 runs in the 9th. I need that strike, Ron.
I need that, Ron. Erod.
Luis Robert Jr.
Okay.
Mets fans.
Yeah.
Jolly Olive. 333, 480 OBP, leading the league. He's got a 967 OPS. Coach, if you know me, what do I love? So where am I at going on the stat line? Where do I go to say I like
know-
this hitter.
I know exactly where you're going. You're going walks to strikeouts.
11-11. That's a beautiful thing.
And I forget if we said this midweek or earlier, or maybe I was just talking shit to Jolly or complimentary to Jolly. But it's the only time in his career in a 10-game span he's had more walks than strikeouts.
He's
His
been
first
brutal.
10 games with the Mets.
Coach, 2023 with the White Sox, he had 30 walks to 172 strikeouts. That's not a good ratio.
Hey, I might have something here. If I'm the White Sox, I would check out the Rockies and be like, hey, who are these coaches you brought in that know how your team works? I think we need a couple of those. We need a couple, 2-3 of those.
Who was the manager of the 2023 White Sox?
Pedro Grifol.
Was it? Okay. Yeah, nailed it.
From the clouds.
Nailed
Bang!
it. Because it was Tony La Russa in 2022.
Tony was crazy.
That was a crazy hire.
Tony's
Didn't they say like Jerry Reinsdorf just always wanted him to be the manager,
Yes.
so he finally got him, but he was also...
Tony was doing a lot of eye test. Tony was doing a lot of eye test.
He couldn't see.
Hey. Go Snakes, go. Be a part of this season. That'd be a blast. Cubbies and the Rays, we're back in the Trop. We love that. I'm sneaky excited. Yanks are going to play there this weekend, so I'm excited to see what's going on. Shane McClanahan is back in baseball. The Trop was packed. You do forget. I know we get to make our jokes about the Trop sometimes because it's not the most aesthetically pleasing stadium. But man, it was a hurricane that ripped the roof off. Like, we've come a long way from that conversation. That this was kind of a cool Tampa moment. They had a nice crowd there on opening day. They win that game. Caminero homers, Aranda homers. We love that. Kind of the 1-2 punch. Rest of the series was Cubbies. And like I mentioned, the Rays frustrate me because the defense is bad, but also the Cubs are good.
Defense has not been good for the Rays whatsoever. They lead the league in errors by a wide margin. This was a cool series. You're right. Going back to Tampa, you have the Trop, and then you also have Shane McClanahan. Both those things coming back, and he's been like hilarious in his post-game interviews. Wow. He's been just yelling at himself through the media, like it's not good enough.
Nice.
And he has some good quotes about like, I don't want to make it about me coming back from injury. I just want to be the guy that's the good pitcher again. So like, I like what he's saying. They get the win in game one. And then it was the guys that need to step up for the Cubs with all the pitching injuries. Cade Horton out. Season over. Still waiting on Justin Steele. Boyd gets hurt. So now we have Javier Assad, who we love, comes up and twirls a gem. Colin Ray comes up, or doesn't come up, but gets into the rotation, twirls a gem. Is that going to be sustainable for the Cubs? I think they had the pitching depth, and this is part of it, to sustain some injuries. That's going to be something that we're going to be looking at, though, with the Cubs. Like, can they came into the season with enough pitching depth. Is it good enough pitching depth, I guess is the question, right?
Yeah, we'll find out. The final 2 games of the series, their first time winning back-to-back games this year. That's, I believe, in momentum. Let's build up a little bit of that. Yeah, Breggy was in a 3 for 27 despite he was 90th percentile in hard hit rate. So we're very much in small sample size season. Still that things like that are going to course correct over time. And like I said on the way through, Nico Horner, he's just one of the best players in baseball.
Second in F4 in the league right now to Will Abreu.
Horny?
Yep.
Speaking of,
Ian Happ. Let's win next year.
Stop it, dude. No.
Oh, yeah?
No.
Okay.
He's already on the Yankees. Speaking of, Drew Rasmussen missed his start because he had sex 9 months ago.
Roughly.
How crazy is that?
Roughly.
Congrats, Drew Rasmussen. Reds Fish, Trev, 4 gamers for those that are new to the show. Again, if you split them, it's tough because that's literally what happened here. Reds came out, and if we did the show on Wednesday, we talk about the 8-3 Reds and how the pitching's gross and South Stewart, Miami. That's why we let the next 2 go on. Griffin Conine turning heads. Connor Norby, was that his first home run of the year? I think it was. And you know Javier Sanoja's on the All-Star Ellie team because when he plays, he hits because size doesn't matter in this sport or talking to women. What did you see in this series, Trev?
I love both. I love watching both these teams. I'm heavily invested in both of these teams for different reasons. I thought this was a very interesting note that Dalt had on here. Cincinnati played their first 11 games without an error. That's the first time that's happened since at least 1900.
Oh, and I was going to mention the Rays had 3 errors in 1 inning in the final game. So when we're talking Rays defense, that's atrocious. But I love that for the Reds.
Reds, yes. So I really like that. They have been just pitching the shit out of the ball this season. That's kind of what's been carrying their team, if you will. But they entered Game 4, Jake.
Yeah.
The fewest runs in all of baseball, 38. So like they've been pitching. I got somebody that's later on in the episode that's kind of been impactful on the offensive side, but we need some more out of the Reds offense.
Okay.
If they want to be if they want to be a team. Marlins, keep being fun. Keep doing it, man. I have a question that I want Dalton or somebody to figure out.
Okay.
Are the Marlins still the only team calling pitches from the dugout? That's people are
glad you didn't ask me that question.
Yeah.
At first I was jealous. I was like, why are you asking Dalton? And then I was like, thank God. Dalton says Rockies with a question mark.
Possibly. You're totally right about that. What do you got on the whole Sandy thing getting pulled in Game 2? I have my take. I want to hear what you have, or you want me just to go?
Yeah, you go. I was going to ask you.
It takes a perfect game into the 5th, 83 pitches through 8 1/3. Here's what I didn't like. Clayton McCullough goes out there, not the second trip, the first trip to go talk to Sandy, and doesn't even wait to talk to him. He just goes out to the bullpen as soon as, and then for people who are listening, he points to the bullpen to call the pitcher in. You can't change after that before he even talks to Sandy. And I do think Sandy at 83 pitches, you gotta go out there and look him in the eye, don't you? This is what he does. He finishes games.
So he started that inning with 83. When he goes out there, he's at 95.
That doesn't matter to me at all.
I know, and it's the conversation. We do this a ton about stress pitches. I do think the manager's job is to, Sandy, there is a health discussion here. I know we're excited that he's come back. And
he just threw a shutout the game before.
I know. And I obviously love that, but in theory, the manager should be thinking about the full season for Sandy, and he should be thinking about the best matchup in that situation, which I don't think there's a better matchup in the bullpen than Sandy. You're right. I'd expect to see a different number on that paper, but clearly, McCullough's, it's not like he hasn't been around the game at all. Like, he knew if he got to the mound and he asked Sandy, how you feeling, Sandy's not coming out.
Yeah, I know that, but you got to look him in the eyeballs. Dude.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I need to see what's going on.
Although it is funny every year when the manager goes out to do one of those, and you could tell the pitcher gives him like a, I'm breathing a little heavy, and you're like, okay, dude, you're out. if your answer isn't give me the bleeping ball, then you don't get the ball.
We need more true serum in sports,
right?
Dude. I get that you got to fake it till you make it sometimes.
You talked about that for when we take over the sports franchise, when you say like, hey, how do you see today's starting pitcher? Like, be honest.
Not great, coach. All right.
Like, if you're a lefty and it's Chris Sale out there, like, give me a 2 out of 10. I'm fine with that.
But you might, if you're a lefty and Chris Sale's up, and you're like, I actually see him pretty well, coach. You're in. Don't lie to me, though.
Don't lie to me, though.
Don't lie to me.
So just get a hit off Chris Sale.
Problem Griffin
solved.
Conine, huh?
Griffin Conine raking, which is just, I don't know. And Marlins might have reinforcements on the way. 2 fun teams. I like how you labeled that.
Yeah.
I would also say the same thing about the Pittsburgh Pirates in San Diego. A bogey bomb. That game hasn't happened yet.
Has not happened yet, yeah.
The Padres take 2 out of 3 from the Rats. Like I said, I don't like saying things are clear cut. Skeen's no hitter into the 6th of Game 2. That definitely affected that one. While the Pirates get 5 runs late off Marahone, a little pinch hit. Connor Griffin. Okay, kiddo. My guy. Know what I'll say? Laureano all over this series.
You love
Couple
Laureano.
Big catches,
you
dude.
love
He's
Laureano.
Such a dog. He fits that team so perfectly. And first defensive rant of the season. Watching the highlights of this week, and it's every week with baseball. There's so many tight plays that dictated games. There was a fly ball to right field in the Mets game. Laureano's 2 catches. If those don't get caught, the Padres don't win these games. Like, I know baseball has bounced back and defense matters. Defense matters so much.
Of course, it's.
I know it's a nothing rant, but it just.
I get what you're saying because for so long, especially in today's era, we're searching for anyone that can hit the fucking baseball.
Correct.
Like, can you hit the ball
which
at
I
all,
get.
please?
Fair.
Because it's tough.
It's real.
It's become more and more difficult to hit the baseball. So you know that's been a lot of like number one priority. But we've seen the good teams be like, let's not forget about not giving up runs.
Right.
That also plays, you know. You just want to be bigger than the other
Always
team in the
play.
run department. That's it.
Nice.
Mitch Keller doesn't get enough love for me
No.
at all. He's like so overshadowed by Paul Skeens and now Bubba Chandler, who has some hilarious quotes. He needs to lock it in a little bit. He's Jacob Mizorowski to me. He's got the stuff to be a freaking horse in this league, but he needs to find the strike zone.
Yeah.
He's got to command a little bit better, man. And don't be talking crap to Paul Skeens.
Oh.
He's not really. They joke around a lot.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying.
Fellas.
This was another matchup of two like teams I'm like eyeing very, very closely. More on one of their hitters later on for the Pirates. Padres kind of getting it going a little bit offensively. Castellanos with a big hit.
A little bit. We do know the game that hasn't happened yet, and that's an exciting one for them.
What's Castellanos on the season? I'm looking right now. 267 OBP. That's not okay.
Not
great.
Does.
Not great.
You're right. Mitch Keller off to one of his best starts of his career. The fastball always plays. Speaking of fastball playing, Mason Miller has extended his scoreless streak to 26.2. Struck out the side last night in another game that hasn't happened. Oh, and he was going to strike out the side. Jake Mangum got some contact on it, and he literally looks like he's playing cricket. Rob, I'm sorry. I should have rude to do this to you. If you can find Jake Mangum's ground out against Mason Miller, it literally looks like cricket. He's literally just has the bat in front of the plate, just hoping to make any contact. The dude is in sicko mode. Nice, Jake.
What is that?
Travis Scott.
What are you doing?
I don't really know Travis Scott.
You got a
that
Fabletic
well.
shirt on, and all of a sudden you're talking about Travis Scott here?
Yeah. What up? Jamar Chase? My guys. My guys. As a representative from the North, we know that you Southern folks like the camera a little more.
Here
Watch
it
this,
is.
Trev.
Just stop
Here's
talking.
Mangum.
Oh, my God.
That was his only non-strikeout in the inning.
Did it actually bounce?
No, he gets it right before.
Gosh, that's hilarious.
I mean, dude, the guy is playing a different sport right now.
Truly
He made
is.
Jake Mangum play a different sport. My God. Trev, the final NL series, and these are, okay, I guess if it's honesty hour, these two teams maybe don't have us as excited about Padres Pirates and a couple of the series we did talk about. There's a lot of guys we like on the field. James Wood is, after a kind of a slow start, is just barreling baseballs all over the field. Speaking of big boys, couple big out. Him and Jordan Walker, my God.
Yeah.
Start a football team. What do you have, Coach? I'm kind of good.
There's a few things that I saw in this series I'll talk about. I do love this stat line from McGreevy here because he goes 6 innings. He allows 4 hits, only 1 in run, only 1 K. I don't like that. I don't know whenever I see like no Ks, but you get through a game. Grindy and just soft contact king. I'll give him that. In that game, we're talking about teams trying to figure out offensively ways to push across runs and like, hey, we love on base percentage, right? That's what everyone's striving for. Like slug is great, but we need to get runners on, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Alec Burleson.
Walks are a little too high this year. Early return from me. I don't know if it's ABS or what's going on, but yes.
Oh, man. I just had this conversation about how people talk about like leadoff walks or 2-out walks haunt, but like if you get a leadoff hit, nobody cares, or like a 2-out hit, nobody cares.
Interesting.
I think Bubba Chandler was
2-out
saying that.
walks.
He's like, leadoff or like hits don't hurt you, walks do. I'm like, they're kind of the same thing.
Let's get it over the dish.
Kind of the same thing, bro.
We'll deal with that.
Anyways, Alec Burleson saw a shift on him, puts a bunt down. He's a big boy.
Burly.
Left-hander, boom, puts the bunt down, gets a knock. Miles Michaelis, former teammate of his, kind of gives him one of these like, I'm not going to say the word that he was thinking about Alec Burleson. That all starting pitchers seem you can't do that, even though it's a baseball play. Later in the game, Alec Burleson RBI knock up the middle off Miles Michaelis. Little payback for that.
Nice.
It was all in jest and fun, I think, but I thought that was funny during the game.
Miles Michaelis.
He's been in the game for a long
It's
time.
a funny name in hindsight.
He ate a lizard.
Yeah.
Back in the day. Don't love that for him.
Don't love that.
Like, that's disgusting.
We land there.
Imagine biting through a lizard.
If it was cooked, I don't know. Like, how
It
different
wasn't
is that?
cooked.
Well, then I don't. Yeah.
Because, have you ever done like a sardine? Just bit through it?
Yes.
Imagine that, but something alive.
And I will say this to my unclassy kings that listen to this show. The sardine obviously gets a lot of hate. In the right salad,
Oh, it slaps.
it really works. I was very skeptical, but in the right, like a Caesar salad sometimes.
That's
they
an
put in.
anchovy, though.
Oh.
Yeah, a sardine is like a full fish.
Then I am still an unclassy king. So that's a good
People
news.
like now are eating sardines a lot, just straight out the tin. It's Olivia and Teddy. That's my wife and my son.
Your wife and your son.
Love sardines.
Really?
Love them.
Okay.
I had to buy Olivia these specific sardines the other day at the grocery store. Which, to be honest with you, it's like the first time I've thought of my wife as gross. Right there.
That's the National League.
Yeah.
And that was brought to us by our friends from Fanatics Markets. The days are getting longer. The sun is back out and baseball is here, people. It's a game of inches, and the result of a game hinges on thousands of little moments. Absolutely. That's why we've teamed up with Fanatics Markets, the trusted home of real-time sports prediction markets. It's simple. Pick a game, choose an outcome, like which team will win, which player will hit a home run, and more. It's time to get involved in the action. You could buy contracts based on what you think will happen. Yes, if you think it will. No, if you don't. Okay, we got that figured out. The price will move from all those little moments we just talked about. From opening day to the Fall Classic, no matter who you root for, Fanatics Markets is right there with you. Join the Talkin' Baseball family on Fanatics Markets. Event contracts carry risk of total loss and changing prices. Not good for all investors. Not available in all states. Must be 21 plus. See important disclosures in Fanatics Market app. Customers are introduced to Crypto.com by Paragon Global Markets LLC, DBA Fanatics Business Markets IB. Introducing broker registered with CFTC, a member of NFA. All right, let's hop over to the American League. And it wouldn't be the American League without the Los Angeles Dodgers. They go and they face the Toronto Blue Jays, a little World Series rematch. Coach Trev, how do you like that? And the Dodgers, they win the series. They take the first two games, 14 runs in that first one. And how about Yoshinobu Yamamoto with the same exact pitching line the last time he saw the Toronto Blue Jays in the World Series? That guy. Schneider got hot for the Jays, and did it pay off? Blue Jays, they take the final game. They outlast Shohei, who he's got a scoreless streak going, and an on-base streak. That MFer right there is not real. Toronto salvages a set. Dodgers continue.
Say it. Move next series. Go.
The Minnesota Twins have swept the Detroit Tigers.
Not swept.
It's not April Fool's, people. What?
It's a mop.
It's a mop. The 4-game sweep. That's my bad. And, okay, here's what I'll say. The Tigers are in a really dark place for letting that happen. No, good on the Twins. Mick Abel. Okay, the kid can throw it a little bit. Trev's going to talk a lot about this, so I'm going to choose not to be honest. Happy for your Twins. Winning record? Second in the AL Central? Don't give away the standings. The Orioles sweep. The Twins mop the Orioles sweep. They take 3 from the White Sox. I did have a funny moment this week. I was looking at the White Sox team stats. All bad. That it was like, hey, Mooney. They got a lot of guys. It's not all there yet. The Orioles put together a nice little win streak. Taylor Ward doubling all over the field. You might even hear more about him later. Trevor Rogers continues to jump. Gunnar Henderson, 2 homers off lefties. He had 3 all of last year.
Okay.
That matters. Orioles, feeling the good juju. You know who's not? the Kansas City Royals. They played another bad game that didn't happen yet last night. And before that, they lost the series to the Guardians, and that's obvious. After splitting the first 2 games, the Guard Dogs come up. It's getting late, and a little bit of pitch tipping, we think. Brian Rocchio's involved on every play somehow. Might have been relaying the pitches as Martinez hits the grand slam. Rhys Hoskins had a little bit of a weekend. We love ourselves. One of the first guests on this show. People forget that. People forget. The A's and the Yankees played. Nobody cares. No, the A's take 2 out of 3. Good on them. Their pitching shut down the Yankees offense. 1 hit in 17 innings. Yo. Woof on that. Good on the Athletic. Jeffrey Springs looked incredible, banging some changeups. Joel Kuhnel getting the call up from AAA, and you're getting saves that week, baby. Baseball is here. A's good, Yanks bad, I guess. Everyone, you got us. Braves take 2 out of 3. Again, I can't believe this series is this week. We talked so much about it. This was the brawl. My goodness. The Braves, they end up taking 2 out of 3. Grant Holmes with a nice outing in that final game. Drake Baldwin leading baseball in RBI. Is that confirmed? Might have people double check that because he's one of the best players in baseball. Jose Soriano breakout is happening before our eyes. Braves off to a nice start. That's what happened in the AL. I told you.
And the Rangers sweep the Mariners. You forgot about that one, Coach.
I didn't want to talk about that.
It was full-grown pitching. Gilbert versus DeGrom, Kirby versus Eovaldi, Brian Wu versus Mackenzie Gore. As the Rangers score 2 runs, 3 runs, and then 3 runs, but get the sweep because the Mariners can't hit. And it all started with a bad handshake attempt. That is what happened in the American League. We'll get into the games. Coach Trev, you got the standings? Sure do, Jake. Shut your mouth.
Rob Refsnyder robbery.
He did. He robbed one.
You know why I scrolled so far past that? Because I was trying to get away from the Twins mopping.
Why?
Because they were back to back. And Mariners fans, I love you, baby.
No, you don't.
You got the standings?
I do have the standings. We're going to start out east where your Yanks, even though they should have got swept by the A's.
Stop.
Nice comeback victory in game 1 by them. They're 8-4. The only team over 500 in the East because it's the worst division in baseball. Everyone knows that. Baltimore 6-6, Tampa Bay and Toronto both 5-7, and those Red Sox 4-8. Cleveland leading the American League Central 8-5. The Twins 1 game back at 7-6. Then it's the White Sox and the Royals both at 5-8, and the Tigers in the back. Jimmy Norp, where are you at? Because the Tigers are 4-9. And then out west, the team you missed is in first place. They're 7-5. The Texas Rangers, everybody else under 500. Houston 6-7, Angels 6-7, A's 5-7, and then the Mariners. Mariners and Tigers, worst records in baseball. Seattle also 4-9. Those are the standings in the American League.
Last year's ALCS, both 4-9. I think there's some. Well, amazing job.
Definitely not last year's ALCS.
Amazing job.
Toronto.
ALDS, excuse me. The Mariners are 4-9.
Yes.
You just mentioned the Tigers are as well.
Yes.
Since 2000, there have been only 7 teams to make the playoffs after starting 4-9.
That's only 7 teams. You don't love it. You do not love it.
Okay.
Ho. I mean, I don't want to get there just yet.
Then let's not.
But we can start
Where do you want to get?
We can start. Let's just start with it. Let's go to that series.
Okay. Because, we skipped them on the way through. Seattle versus Texas. My Texas Rangers, it's been an infatuation that has let me down the past couple years. This series, and again, the Mariners are in the bad place hitting-wise, but also DeGrom, Eovaldi, Mackenzie Gore, they do that to a lot of guys.
Yeah, Eovaldi needed this start because he'd been buns first 2 starts. 11 earned runs combined in his first 2. Comes out here, has a nice one. Mackenzie Gore, I was watching this. When he is on, it's filthy. He's got that good slider cutter.
Little Snellish?
No, Mackenzie Gore's so smooth with it. I think Snell has a little bit more funk. When I watch Mackenzie Gore, I know he's one of those guys that I'd go up against, be like, I'm going to rake this dude.
Oh, okay.
And then you walk back to the dugout and you don't.
I guess I was saying that not from the throwing perspective. Some of the worst takes and swings.
Sure. Yeah, he makes people look bad because
Yes,
I think
that's what I was going
he's
for.
one of the guys that everything looks the same coming out of his hand.
Okay.
So that's when you'll get those types of swings because he's got a little juice in the tank and he's got all these different off-speed pitches, but they all come out of the exact same spot. Nothing
I like that.
as a hitter you can see out of the hand, I guess. So you're making these decisions too late.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, an incredible series by the Rangers pitching. You can chalk that up to a little bit of bad Mariners hitting as well. I don't think they really have anybody going well right now. I'm gonna look into that. I'm going to the Baseball Reference. In my mind, like nobody's hitting the ball, and Brendan Donovan is hitting the ball, and that's about it. Everyone else is really struggling. I mean, Josh Naylor, not great. I mean, like really bad.
Really bad.
277 OPS, bad. Cal Raleigh, 481. Randy Rosarena teetering at 707. And, of course, Julio we know is going to be bad. It's extra bad. 393 OPS. It just – our guy Dominic Canzone, not doing it. J.P. Crawford, since he's come back, not great. Even our boy Rob Refsnyder, who we mentioned, robbed a homer.
Nice robbery, too.
Has not hit a homer, though.
5 of the top 30 worst hitters is what Dalt just flashed at us. So, yeah, Seattle, at least, hey, you can circle that and be like, I know what we need to do because the pitching has been Seattle-esque. The hitting's got to turn, kill a chicken or something, figure it out.
Ooh,
Rangers off to an okay start.
You can kill a chicken if you eat it. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I actually had I went to the store and this is the first time I've ever done this because I've heard you can do it and I just had never done it. I went to the guy behind the butcher, and I said, "Hey man,
Really?
like I need a whole chicken, but I want you to spatchcock it for me and take the breastplate out." He's like, "Yeah, no problem."
There's
amazing.
some people live that life that they have a very good relationship.
Yeah, I do with this
the
guy.
counter, and I think it can be life changing.
Yeah, that's a
like
good,
I don't need in the city right now. I don't need that. But like,
Okay.
yes, I think that's a good investment. If you got a regular place you're going, build up that relationship because you get better food to put in your body.
That's another life lesson from us. Make friends with the butcher.
Make friends with the butcher.
Just talk to him a little
The butcher's boy. World Series rematch happened, Trev.
Yeah.
I do have some awards coming from this, but
bit. Okay.
as I mentioned, 5 homers, 17 hits, and 14 runs in the first game. Things seem to be bottoming out for Toronto. Max Scherzer left with injury, although he's supposedly okay. We'll see what else happens with the Blue Jays and their injuries. And then, yeah, we've got Jim's working on the breakdown right now. The manager Schneider gets hot to trot, and they get a nice little late rally to come back and salvage the set, which hopefully they can build on that.
Yeah, Cease versus Ohtani is a fun matchup for me. I was actually watching that while I was getting my hair cut.
Nice.
I'm not going to make you do it. I do want to give a shout out to my boy Tyler Heineman because he's been like been getting it a lot, made some errors, whatever. There was one pitch. Dylan Cease kind of can be all over the place.
Yes.
There was one pitch. There was like a runner on third base, and he spikes a curveball, and my guy comes up to block it this way. It's so bad that he has to turn his glove over this way, like he's catching it, and still
Nice.
makes the play. So I was happy for him there. And they end up winning that last game to salvage the sweep. Dodgers really good. Toronto not playing good baseball right now. Essentially is what's happening here.
Yeah. Blue Jays' first 6-game losing streak since 2023. So, again, in a way, that's very impressive. In a way, that's not a stat you want to bring up to start the season. And Dodgers had their 5-game win streak snapped. And, yeah, hey, I mentioned defense matters. The game-winning run in that last game for Toronto was on a throw down to second, just leaks away, and that's how they won.
Ah-Sung Kim doing it. Good note for the Dodgers because Dodgers fans say we don't talk about them enough because guess what, dude? In October, we're going to spend every freaking day talking about them. But let's give them some love here. Dodgers 7, 8, 9 hitters so far in 2026 been doing the business. 358, 402, 596 from the 7, 8, 9 hitters. Last year, 228, 294, 369 for them. So, I mean, that's what makes a team good. If those guys at the bottom of the order can turn the lineup over, and it doesn't have to be all year long, just through stretches. Just like a week out of every month, those guys go off. That turns the whole season around.
Might even be more.
Also, by the way,
Might even be more on that.
I don't want to I took something from you. Sorry.
It's okay.
It's
okay.
Jimmy's going to roll out this breakdown, but can I spoil it?
Yeah.
It was a balk.
It was a balk.
It was a balk. I said it.
It was a balk. Bobby's got it up here. Gossman, breakdown inbound coming, people. I just don't like when the umps are too excited to call it. Like, I don't like that little extra.
This is a great breakdown coming. Jimmy was showing it to me today. Get excited, people. One more thing. Someone in the comments said, when I said that's a balk on our social media, someone was like, I guess you've never seen Kevin Gossman pitch before. And I responded, well, he's actually in my book.
Oh.
How about that? Huh?
I saw him on the mound.
Yeah.
And they had to get a new baseball.
Before he was good.
All right, Trev.
Let's do it.
2 minutes on the clock. I'm not going to talk.
The Twins. Oh, man. Where do we start? Okay. Still,
6 seconds in.
I think we're searching for a little bit of like offensive consistency. But when your starters are kind of throwing the way the Twins starters have been throwing and the bullpen figuring it out, you're going to get series like this. Taj Bradley. Here's my take. We've been fleecing the Rays in trades.
Oh, I've got
Think about this. Nelson Cruz, a half a season, we get Joe Ryan. That's got to be like the best trade in recent memory.
It's a great trade.
I mean, the Red Sox have also done some really shitty trades. So like them and the Rays just on par. And now, look, do I love me some Griffin Jacks? I do.
Yeah.
But we get Taj Bradley, a controllable young star who's hitting triple digits on the radar gun for a reliever who's good, not great this year, but he is very good. I like both those trades for the Twins. We used to say never trade with the Rays, except if you're the Twins. Did I have a hand in any of those trades? Maybe, probably not. No. They moved the Twins. This is a great note. Also sad, they moved above 500 for the first time since June 16th of last year. So, like, times are good, but we need to continue to go here a little bit. Love my Twins. Tigers, you just met up with a buzzsaw in the Twins pitching. That's basically all that happened.
30 seconds.
That's all really I got. They moved Byron Buxton up in the order, which is good. They're trying to figure things out, where to put Royce, where to put Matt Wallner. Luke Keyshaw, big hit in this series. I don't know, man. It's an exciting time.
No Josh Bell shout?
Nice homer by Josh Bell. He's been in the middle of the lineup. He's been one of the consistent hitters in the Twins lineup. He has. That's been great. That's all I got. Good job, Twins.
3, 2.
Nailed it.
That was just a very gentle alarm. I think that was fantastic, Trev. I just think the Tigers are the Tigers have one of the worst records in baseball. They were supposed to be, quote unquote, one of the safest teams in baseball this year with how good they were supposed to be in the AL Central. Obviously, it can be a blip on the radar, but like we said with that, the 4-9 stat to start a season, you dig a hole. It's tough to get out of in this league.
They don't have, watching the Tigers, because we'll stay on the series real quick. Watching the Tigers, and I talked to Jimmy Norp about this, I feel like they just don't have the guy that's going to be there all year long offensively. Like, they really have to go in spurts, and they have to have somebody hot at all the times. And I just don't feel like they have that guy. And I mean, neither do the Twins,
right?
For being honest. But we don't talk about the Twins like we talked about the Tigers.
Correct, because the Tigers went to the postseason last year. They have the baddest man in baseball,
but
as
every
an
time
ace,
they go
which
to
affects us too much.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Like, sometimes we get caught. It's part of my pirate spiel. Like, okay, one starting pitcher really only does so much for a team. Obviously, when it's the baddest dude in the league, it helps. But also, they lost that game, and that's one of his 33 starts, and that's it. But yeah, I don't know. I do think. Again, it's very early in the season. I think that's slightly rude to who Riley Green has been and can be, but he's off to a slow start. So, at a certain point, you got to do it.
Yeah, I'm just looking at last year in the postseason, they scored under 4 runs 6 out of 9 games. I don't know. We talked about all offseason long that Detroit needed to add offense, and they really didn't. And it's contributed to a slow start.
Orioles sweep the White Sox. I mentioned on the way through, as much as we're getting excited for some of these White Sox players, statistically, they're still kind of rough in every aspect. Baltimore ends up sweeping them. Baltimore's been looking for some positive vibes, and I don't know. I know you're talking a little more about them later, but I guess what else do you have now?
Another lineup change for them. Game 3, Henderson goes to the leadoff spot, and Pete Alonso to the cleanup spot for the first time in the season. And guess what? Gunnar Henderson he scored twice, and Alonso scored the tying run. You like that? Ryan Helsley talks about him challenging a bunch. Like he's done his job. Hasn't been clean necessarily yet, but he still looks really good. I'm in on the Birds. I like him.
Yeah, I do. Again, the White Sox this year may be the White Sox. I know we opened with the Rockies today. There were some Orioles stats that how badly they've dominated the White Sox the past couple years that it's like, okay, let's see a little more. But hey, it's tough. It's tough to sweep any team in this league. It's tough to mop any team in this league.
That's right.
That's why we talked about those Twins so damn much. Guardians Royals. Guardians.
It's a tough one for the Royals.
For you. Royals, again, I do unfortunately know what happened last night. Their offense is in, and it's tough. Like, if I told Royals fans you were going to get Kyle Isbell one dotting out of the gate and Michael Garcia looks like himself, I think you'd be feeling pretty good. But the middle of that lineup is just nothing right now.
Yeah, and then you have Cole Reagans going out. We'll see how that goes.
I think the early response is good, but still.
It's pitching hand, though, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he got hit in it, but I don't think anything's like
Jose Ramirez line drive off of it. Get the pitching hand out. You got a glove on the other hand. Use the glove.
That's easy.
Don't swat the ball.
Should we be a coach?
Shout out Jose Ramirez. Did you mention this on the way through? I didn't hear you.
I did not.
1,620 career games with Cleveland, and now he's played the most games ever.
Yeah.
In a Cleveland uniform. He's a statue guy, which is crazy. I know we talk about him quite a bit on this show, but this guy was not a consensus top prospect. He came up was a utility player, trying to find his role. He's too small to play third base. Not going to hit enough power to play third base. What's his role going to be? And now all of a sudden, look at this guy, man.
5'8"?
Literally going to be a statue guy.
The bag is the size of his chest.
I don't know. I don't know what there is to say. He's just continued to do it year after year after year, as consistent as it comes. So that's good for them. Yeah, Royals offense. Get it going. Be like Rhys Hoskins and get it going a little bit.
Reeser. Hall of Fame guy.
Let me see that. Number one. It's always Brian Rocchio.
It's always Brian Rocchio.
I tell Chris Rose that all the time.
You want to see the pitch tipping?
I didn't see that. I didn't get it.
It's he does what's become the very basic right arm or left arm.
As blatant as all can be.
Pretty blatant. The infield's in, so he's just going.
So he has to be reading out of the glove.
Yes, okay. And I believe resident expert Jom was saying he was seeing it out of the glove too.
Yeah, because PitchCom you can't.
Yeah.
See, I want to see this.
It's Cruz.
So he's probably gripping something right now.
Let's see.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you can
just see everything. Usually when that happens, it's I'll go here. It's where your wrist is. So curveball, fastball. You see the difference in my wrist. That's what you're looking at.
And that's we keep it running here because why not? You can see Rocchio goes with the other arm. It's a breaking ball. And what if I told you an 0-2 Grand Slam's coming?
He sat on that thing.
Yeah.
0-2. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sheesh, man.
Helps when you know what pitch is coming, although they already had control of that game. Guardians have yet to lose a series this season.
I got a kid on my youth team that does that. He holds the ball out like this before he comes set, and now teams are starting to
right.
And it's not just the coaches, because if the coaches do, I'm like, hey, dude, chill out. It's a 10-year-old kid. But then when the players do, I'm like, hey, it's fair game, buddy.
Credit to the A's, joking on the way through. They take 2 out of 3 from the Yankees. Yankees win that first game. They get bailed out on the Ahmed Rosario game. 2-homer night. Second one in the 8th inning. 3-run homer to take the lead. Second game was close and could have went either way. A's get the run in the 9th to win the 1-run game. And then a 1-0 game on the final day. Cold in the Northeast. Credit to the A's pitching. They 1 hit in 17 innings. I don't care how cold it is.
Don't make an excuse and then
I
say
didn't make
credit
an excuse.
to the
I
A's
didn't make
pitching.
an excuse. I just said I wasn't making an excuse.
But then you did. Nick Kurtz got going a little bit.
Kurtz got going.
They need that.
Yeah.
That's fine. You can start off slow. His numbers will be there at the end of the year. A lot of those A's hitters have been struggling to start the year, and that was one of the offenses. I think a lot of people. They're one of the most exciting offenses coming into the year, I think, and they haven't really shown it yet. But
I got
this does it.
I got adult snack. A's recorded their first 1-0 win since 1979 at Yankee Stadium. That makes a lot more sense.
Okay,
that makes a lot. It's like at the A's. That feels like Zito and Mulder had to have a couple of those on the way through. Get the young hitters going. Lawrence Butler was having an off day. Brent Rooker leaves the game. Oh, I forgot I have to do the sad portion of the show.
Yeah, you do.
Comes in, versus lefty, supposed to be his day off. Gets a knock.
Love that.
Love that.
Love that.
Handsome. Angels, Braves, coach. We talked a lot about this in the midweek. Again, it was mostly about the fight. That a lot of that sorted out. And, hey, we had a shirt in the store. A lot of people got involved in that. Thank you, all the Walt Weiss stands. I think the story, Braves are the other team yet to lose a series this season. Grant Holmes on that final day gives them another effort. 5-0 versus lefties, something to watch out for. And tied for the best run differential in baseball with the Dodgers, the Braves. Let's get into Standout Performances. Standout Performances are brought to you by Trevor Plouffe. Go follow him on social media.
4 Standout Performances.
Standout Performances.
Standout Performances.
This guy stood out for Trev.
Say what?
All right.
What do you got?
Let me just start by I'm going to become the Baltimore Orioles right now. I am the Orioles. Okay? Hey, look at us. We got all these young, fun players that are going to be so good, and we have this offensive core, and it's going to be great. And then, okay, it hasn't been great.
No.
So let's bring in some dogs, some oldies, man. Pete Alonso. Hey, he's going to be great. Let's just get Taylor Ward out there, though, and see what he can do. Does he have anything left in the bag? Turns out he does. On Wednesday, went 4 for 5, 3 doubles, 2 runs driven in. On the season, coach, we're 1 dotting it.
Yeah.
383, 8 runs driven in already, 464 on base, 209 OPS plus. He's getting the job done. 32 years old, coach. He comes over, solidifying a Baltimore offense that needed it, man. They need guys to come in there and be just good offensive players, and that's what Taylor Ward has been. I likened him to myself a little bit before the show.
You did.
He's a better hitter than I was, but not too much better. I think we're very similar in that regard.
Powerful righties.
Powerful righties. Don't really have a position. I'm probably a better defender than Taylor Ward. How about that?
Yeah.
Thank you.
At your peak, yeah.
I'm a peak.
And I have even better news for you. Good for Taylor Ward.
Yeah.
Contract year, so go nuts.
Yeah.
A lot of doubles. He might have a lot more doubles this year playing in Baltimore with the still massive left field they have. Art of the deal here. Congratulations, Taylor Ward, signing with the Minnesota Twins this offseason. Ian Happ can come to the Yankees.
I haven't made that decision yet.
I've made that decision.
Is it a massive left field in Baltimore now? Isn't it small? I don't know. Who knows?
Dude,
You never know in Baltimore.
It's still massive, bro. Where you hit the foul pole and you go right.
It
and
juts
you're just
out,
like,
yeah.
What
Big
are
time.
we doing? I know they've made some adjustments, but still, it's not.
I mean, it's been Gunnar Henderson and it's been Taylor Ward in that.
Yeah. Pete hasn't gotten going yet.
Yeah.
You could spin that positively. Adley's been okay. But yeah, they need a couple of those young guys. They need to join the old dogs.
Blaze Alexander was going for a little bit, wasn't he? He's kind of cooled
Blaze
off a little
it,
bit.
baby. That was like 3 games. We're getting very excited.
We're only 11 games in,
I know.
Coach.
We're doing the best we can.
12 games in. That's my standout. Go Taylor Ward, man.
Trev, I'm doing a double. Because why not? We make the rules. And it's some of the stuff you did mention from the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Sorry.
It's okay. Because it's 2 guys that deserve some love. Dalton Rushing, the backup catcher to Will Smith. And Alex Freeland, who, every time we open up that Dodgers Fangraphs page and we're like, who's in the middle infield? And it's like, who's switch hitting Alex Freeland is in there? Well, they both had 4-hit days. I did tell you I put on a little MLB Tonight last night. Shout out Scruggsy, Melanie Newman, Steve Phillips. Steve Phillips, sometimes he hits me with some of those old school baseball lines that gets me. He goes, when do you see a backup catcher get 4 hits? I was like, that's actually like fucking never, dude. That's a really tough task for anyone. When you have a top prospect lefty hitting catcher in this organization, you got a chance for that. And Alex Freeland, man, we don't have the full. I just looked at some of the minor league stats. Like, they're good. This guy wasn't hyped up as one of their top prospects coming through the system, but he's a switch hitter getting playing time for them. And it's the sneaky part of any offense. If your bottom of your lineup has a good day, your team probably has a good day at the office. And it's a credit to this Dodgers depth and organization that we highlight when we can. Because also every day I'm getting an update about their minor league outfield prospects, Tibbs and Jose DePaula going nuts. So, like, again, this is why we don't hate on them for signing the best players, because also other teams can. But they're just the best run organization.
Or trade for him. Or international signs like Hassan Kim. How long until we're seeing a Kim Freeland kind of like just like straight up? That's what they're running out there.
I mean, I think they did the other night, right?
They have. I'm saying,
and I think Kim had like a 3 or 4 hit day, so
he's
he
one
could have been
dotting
involved
it
in this.
in 9 plate appearances. But yeah, that's I'm interested. Shout out to Miggy Rowe.
Always made a nice defensive play.
Lost his pops. That's tough.
Yeah, brutal.
We love you, Miggy Rowe.
Shout out to the Rojas family. Tough Dodgers couple days. It was Mr. Rojas and Davey Lopez, right? Tough.
Andy Pages, best player in the league.
Best player in the league.
According to Baseball Reference, he leads the league in WAR. So B WAR is Andy Pages, F WAR is Willie Abreu, and you'll never. I don't understand that.
Cuba. Venezuela.
Cuba is hot.
And that's why this next part of the segment, we're doing our political stances.
Yes.
No. Trev, we could have talked about Teoscar. We could have talked about Ahmed Rosario's 2-homer day. Nico Horner is everywhere. Pitchers, ew. But we're going to talk about some of these guys on our next segment.
Dirt Nasty's on Fuego. That means I'm on fire, baby. Like Waco.
Gosh, I could use that right now, actually. All right, let's get into it.
Hit me.
We're still on the series only. I feel like maybe on Monday we'll have the 2 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah. He's already prepping it, or is it on here? I said Monday, week and 2 week list. All right, on Monday we'll have the 2-week list. So we're still on the series where our guy Nico Horner goes 6 for 13 with a homer and 6 runs driven in on Wednesday. He hit his 4th career leadoff homer. It's his first leadoff homer since June 30th, 2024. Love me some Nico. How's that money treating you, bro? Yeah. What are you investing in? Because let me know. Dude. Jordan Walker goes 4 for 14. 3 of those hits, homers. 4 runs driven in. He's got 5 on the season. That ties him for the lead in all of baseball. He's got a 1.1 B WAR this season. Last year, a career for him entering the year, negative 2.6 B WAR. So he's still in the negative for his career. Rough math. But he's doing a lot better. The chase rate has gone down a ton this year. The walk rate has gone up. Those are good things for a young hitter. Love that. James Wood, speaking of young hitters, 6 for 11, 2 homers, 4 runs driven in. Earlier this week, he homered in 3 consecutive games. Wood and Abrams are the only pair of teammates to homer in 3 consecutive games so far this season. Okay. Love that. Wilson Contreras wants to fight everyone, wants to take you out. Yeah. 5 for 9, a double, a homer, and 3 runs driven in. Troy Johnston.
Yeah.
We kind of talked about it in passing a little bit, was working 3 jobs in the offseason. There's some things you don't talk about. Everyone thinks, hey, you made it to the big leagues, you're rich. No, that's not the case. Troy Johnston, 6 for 13, 2 doubles, a homer, 3 runs driven in. Wanted to quit baseball.
Yeah.
You're probably happy you didn't do that. You're riding the high now. My guy. Gunnar Henderson, 4 for 12, 2 homers, 3 runs driven in. He had 2 homers off of lefties. I think you mentioned this earlier in the episode. He had 3 all of 2025. So that's good for him. Joe Adell, robs homers, hits homers, 7 for 12 in the series, a homer, 2 runs driven in. Mauricio Dubon goes 4 for 12, 2 doubles, a homer, 3 runs driven in. And Willie Adames, for those middling, gotta be better San Francisco Giants. Tony Vitello, 5'11", people. Willie Thomas, 6 for 12.
Come on.
5 doubles. No runs driven in. That's a problem. That's a problem. That's who's in Fuego.
Very good. Yeah. I know Troy Johnson getting a lot on this episode, but go Rocks. And yeah, there's a couple light flexes in that. He was like, yeah, Gonzaga School of Business. He's like, I got jobs lined up. Okay.
Medical sales.
All right, dude.
Those guys party.
You can make a very good living if you do it right.
You gotta wine and dine a little bit.
Personable.
Little business.
I always thought I could see in another life that's where I probably end up. I don't think doctors respect me enough.
You would you going to like a conference at like some Marriott hotel in Toledo. You'd be the
Trev
belle of the ball.
I worked 7 years in a real world where I did shit like that. And I was just that little fucker from the Northeast.
That's a good guy right there. I like him. Jake?
You're funny, man. Hey, I tell you what. When you want to move to Colorado, you let me know when you need a job. Okay. Amazing in Fuego,
Thanks.
Trev. I do have to bring the program down a little bit and talk about who's struggling and who's hurt.
Hey man, you've been struggling lately. It's time to pick it up!
Detroit needs a big old pickup. A lot of slumped shoulders was my scouting report from that series. Spencer Torkelson, 7 for 38. That's 184. He got off to a strong start last year. Going to need him to get going. Perdomo still hasn't gotten it going for the Snakes, which that little head tilt into their okay start to the season. 7 for 41. 5 ground into double plays, Trev. That means you're hitting the ball hard. It's just where the guys are. Jacob Marcy, 8 for 50. That's a 491 OPS, and I think he got robbed by Dane Myers on a sick catch the other night.
Dane Myers is
maybe roll the tape on that, Bobo. I know that's in there. I saw it. Francisco Lindor in an 8 for 51. Had the ham 8 thing, missed spring training, so maybe a little extra time to catch up from. No RBI.
Plus him and Juan Soto don't get along.
What was
rumor?
that? What was that?
Unconfirmed.
It's a rumor, people. Vinny Pasquantino. Wait, we talk about who's struggling to make them not struggle anymore. Vinny Pasquantino, 9 for 49, no homers. Okay.
Short porch?
Tough.
It's cold. It's
cold. I thought that didn't matter. Anyways.
Yeah.
TJ Friedel, 8 for 48. Woof, no doubles, no homers, no RBI. Michael Bush, also on the no-homer bus, 6 for 51. Jung-Hoo Lee on the no-homer bus, 6 for 42. Mason Wynn.
He's hitting homers.
On the no-homer bus.
Off the field.
Oh.
Off the field.
That's nice. 6 for 39. He's got 5 walks and a hit by pitch, though. Those are the guys we want to get off, the batters who are struggling least. The IL, as we continue to dig. Dietrich ends. Foot infection? Brutal. Sorry, Dietrich. Jared Koenig, left elbow. Worried about that. Ryan Johnson, viral infection. What's going on in the clubhouses? Get better. Juan Soto for the Mets. That's something to track. Right calf strain, expected to miss 2 to 3 weeks. Gabriel Arias, the other kind of guardian who always feels he's involved in stuff, left hammy, 4 to 8 weeks. That's a big gap. Austin Hayes, right hammy, 2 to 4 weeks. Carlos Santana and his groin, TBD, we'll see. Victor Robles, hate this, pec strain. That's a tough one.
Yeah. How do you do that?
That's a tough one. 6 to 8. Justin Slayton in that Sox bullpen, he's got an oblique, 2 months. Send the message, Trev. Speaking of Trev, Jose Trevino, thoracic spine strain. Don't like that. TBD is how it's listed. And Chris Murphy, also left elbow for the White Sox. Returning from the IL, where we start to pick the show up, ideally. We don't have a ton, though. And Yel De Los Santos is coming back for Houston. Exciting. Michael Massey for Kansas City. Pretty swing. Put a couple into the seats. Taylor Walls for the Rays, picking it. And Orion Kerkering is back for Philadelphia. Some jokes online. His first ball back, Tapper catcher fielded and threw away. Baseball is just a funny sport sometimes.
Okay.
That's all that is. That's who's back from the aisle. Can we start everyone's weekend? Is Kels here?
She's got to be here.
I might send the text.
Yeah, where are you at, Kels? Get in here.
I'm going to send the text. You got an award?
I am going with the Youth is Wasted on the Young award.
Sure is.
What's so funny
Why are the
about
youngs
that?
laughing at that?
They have no idea. That's
They
the whole
don't
point
know.
of the quote.
They don't know yet.
You guys don't understand.
That quote changed my life.
It's the truth.
Michael K dropped it on a broadcast, and I was like, fuck.
It's so true.
It's so true.
Because you guys are so dumb.
So dumb.
The youth is so dumb.
So dumb.
And it's fine because, everyone was, you're just
was.
dumb when you're young, but you don't know it. That's the thing. You just don't know you're dumb until you get older and you go, oh yeah, I was dumb. But you're having fun, right?
You're having fun. You're having a blast.
So
you have
much
no
fun.
clue.
The things I was doing when I was 20 years old, just ridiculous. I wish I can go back and slap myself, man. I mean, look, I had a great time. Things ended up okay with me.
Things ended up all right.
Yeah, simulation's been good to me. But yeah, like when you're in your younger years and you have all this vitality, strength, you don't have the wisdom yet. You don't have the experience. You don't have the foresight.
Sometimes that's good. Sometimes young and dumb is great.
Young and dumb, man.
Some of this shit Jimmy and I did to help build whatever the hell this is,
Yeah, you guys were
we wouldn't do
stupid.
anymore. We would not do anymore.
Yeah, man. Think about 2020 spring training.
Sharing food.
Unbelievable. All right. This year, there was a massive influx of like young talent that's supposed to come in and take the world by storm. And I'm really skeptical of that all the time because the big leagues is very tough. Great, man. You're good in the minor leagues. Doesn't mean like anything.
Doesn't mean anything.
Literally means nothing. There's some indicators there. Great, whatever it is. But you got to do it in the show. This year in particular, and this is the way baseball has been going, there's a lot of young guys that were being counted on to make big impacts on their team. And that's a lot of pressure to put on these guys.
Yeah.
But they're dumb. So they don't know that there's pressure on them. Love it.
Yeah.
I would say there was like 5 guys that we were looking forward to seeing this year. And comment below if I'm missing someone. But to me, it was Sal Stewart, Chase DeLauder, Kevin McGonigal, J.J. Weatherholt, and Connor Griffin. Those are the guys we were talking about. And I'm talking about hitters only. And I'm not talking about Murakami. I'm not talking about Yokomoto. All those people.
Former pros.
Yes, I'm talking about the young guys. Since they've debuted, though, those 5 guys I'm talking about have been great. Like, they've been getting the job done.
Yeah.
So whether it's they're dumb or they're just good, they've been doing it. Sal Stewart, we'll start with him. 364, 473, 727 for the 1.2. The only people that lead him in F4 are Wilyer Abreu and Nico Horner. He won NL Player of the Week in the first week of the season. Hits a homer in Miami with all his high school buddies in attendance, showing off. Sal Stewart, love it for you. Chase DeLauder, he's one dotting it. Got 5 homers, tied for the Major League Baseball lead. He won AL Player of the Week in week 1 of the season. Love that. Kevin McGonigal, I talked about the Tigers like needing someone. He's been great for them. 792 OPS, 5 doubles. He's driven in 7. He had 4 hits in his debut. Like he's been everything that's been advertised. You love that. J.J. Weatherholt, the offense hasn't been as good, but he's had some good games. The walk to strikeout, I like. Hard hit rate of 50% on non-fastballs this season. That's tied for the best in Major League Baseball. You like to see that. He's been getting it done. Even Connor Griffin, I know the offensive stats really aren't there for him, but he's been making an impact. They're 4-2. The Pirates are 4-2 since calling him up. RBI double in his first at bat, had a big hit in his last series. He's been playing some good defense. These guys are getting the job done. So I wanted to give a shout out to them because I think a lot of times we put a lot of pressure on these guys, and they've so far answered the bell. So they're having fun. They don't know it yet.
Yeah.
So don't let this time pass you by. I was going to go on to a Green Day lyric. I didn't right there.
Wow.
The youth is wasted on the young people.
It truly is.
Another turning point. That's right. That's enough.
Okay. Great award.
Yeah.
So much that it's changed my award.
Okay.
My award is going to be Trev. Maybe we should be nicer to pitchers award.
Okay.
I know that's a little
Sell me, Pop.
anti your religion.
Yeah.
A little bit. No, there's two guys I want to focus on because there was one guy we were talking about just as a crew. We got a nice squad in the warehouse right now. John Boy bopping around working on breakouts. That a young pitcher got brought up, Nolan McLean.
Sure.
Who we talked about him for the World Baseball Classic. He was part of that rotation. And a little overshadowed by Skeens and Skubal, who are two pitchers at the absolute peak of their powers right now. Well, McLean is powerful. Another good start last night. He has now 11 career starts to the tune of a 2.23. This season, 16.2 innings, 20 strikeouts. He has a 0.84 whip. And so we've talked about Nolan McLean, and we like to peel back the curtain for the people. We're interested to see what the next step looks like. The sweeper moves so much. It's shocking. It's kind of jarring the first time you see it, that it's like it looks like it hits that piece of air and comes back. His two-seamer also just filthy, and he can run it up to 97. He got a big out last night doing it. It's going to be interesting to see the next steps with Nolan McLean. Can he continue at this pace? And if he can, he deserves to be talked about with the guys I just mentioned on that USA rotation. Because, these are silly numbers. These are silly special numbers. And when I was thinking about that speech, Trev, maybe I'm a city rat now, but my Yanks got a guy who's doing the same shit. Excuse me. Arguably at a higher level this season, Cam Schlittler has 17 career starts, a 2.71 ERA. This year it's a 1.62. His whip this season, Trev, 0.48 in 3 starts. 0.48 in 16.2 innings. So I thought about going New York with it because I got 2 New York studs pitching, getting some of a limelight, if you will. And then I just heard you talking about how good these young guys are, and I was like, well, okay. What if I told you we got a couple pitchers out here? And, hey, I know your team, whoever's listening to this, your team might have a guy or two you like. What these two have done now for about half a season of baseball action is really lights out. And Schlittler, the 3 fastballs, 2 of them at 98, the cutters at 95, McLean pitching a little more traditionally, as we'd call it. We might have to get the hype going on these guys a little bit more because they're nasty.
Schlittler is definitely opened my eyes. I saw him pitch last year, but we kind of overshadowed him with, hey, they're going to get Cole and Rodon back. But what he's done, he's put himself into the conversation as maybe I'm the number 2 starter in that rotation.
Hasn't walked anyone yet in 16.2.
That is very, very nice to see. Big old dude, 6'6", 215. Kind of got that attitude, which I like.
Yes.
In on that. Nolan McLean, I love watching him pitch. I think, and this is maybe just stupid, I think people are going to start to really just spit on the off speed and just try to eliminate as best as possible. Sometimes I think it pops and you can see it out of his hand. Hasn't shown that in his games.
Right.
People have still been chasing that pitch a ton. I wonder if that's going to happen where it's guys, we are legit, not swinging at that pitch. If he can throw it for 3 strikes in a row, great. Let's just try to eliminate it as best we can. But he still does have, he's got other stuff to pitch with as well.
Yeah.
I like both these guys. Are we just talking about the youngs right now, huh?
Hey, man, that's we talk about it every year. It changes the outlook of every team season, and these are two guys that happened last year a little bit, and now they're happening again this year, and you start doing New York City, and you start doing how much we like a true one, and think about all the Skeens stuff or how good he's been. These guys haven't been as good as Skeens when he just started, although there are some stats that you look at and you're like, hey, now.
I need some help here.
Okay.
I'm McLean. Because I just said, hey, guys are going to stop chasing that pitch. It seems to me, and I'm looking at a Savant page, that they haven't been chasing it. And he's still performing.
That's what I'm saying, man. I know It almost might be a distraction from Nolan McLean how much that pitch moves because the other stuff is there.
It's the first thing I would go to if I'm studying to face McLean. Is that I'm just spitting on that stuff because I think it moves too much, and it's very hard to gauge to tunnel that pitch. Essentially, 12 percentile in chase rate means nobody's chasing him, right?
I would think so, yeah.
So maybe they've already adopted my approach, and it doesn't matter because his sinker's filthy.
That's what I'm very interested to see looking at last year's numbers. Hitters have swung at 39% of Nolan McLean's pitches this season. That's the lowest among qualified pitchers.
So they're trying to do what I'm saying. Still doesn't matter.
Look at that.
Also, I think people are like, oh, shit, what the hell was that?
Well, that's what the fastballs move, man. That a couple of those front hip sinkers he's throwing or backdoor if they're to a righty. I like that he's throwing a pitch mix. He has, what is it?
Six over 10.
6 pitches over 10, man. Like it's kind of the old school making of an ace that now we get caught up in the 100 miles per hour. He still throws 97 if he wants it. Yeah. Man. This guy's got a lot of dude to him. So does Schlittler.
I got him as a little guy, and he's not.
No pitchers are.
6'2", 215.
When they are, it really jumps out. And he's not. So, okay, little New York City love. Because Trev's in the city. Is there a city night coming? Watch out Saturday. I don't know. Watch your team play baseball this weekend. I hope your favorite team wins. Enjoy it. We'll be at the warehouse. Go check out our warehouse games if you haven't before that. Shout out Rob Scirocco producing. Dalton Feely on the stats page. Trevor Plouffe on my laptop. Kelsey's not here. I asked if she could come in and let an awards rip.
Did we just rip like an hour 45 burger together?
138.
Sheesh, guys.
First half was chunky. We're excited.
A lot of ball to talk.
Not a lot of teams you could be like, you suck.
Tigers, Mariners, Boston.
Supposed to be the 2 best teams.